Hey there, this is Dan Lacroix. This is my first time doing a video or potentially posting a video, so bear with me. um, yeah, so again, I'm posting because I'm not trying to, for people to get some kind of inspirational out of this. It's not for that. What I can tell you is that when you're in a situation like mine, the last thing you're going to do is you're going to watch videos about people who went through certain medical problems. That's not what you do, or that's not what I do. So the purpose of this is basically for me to keep track of a video diary in the sense of if I'll get out of the situation, or if not, well, at least there's somewhere that it can be looked back that I fought the best that I could, even if the situation was pretty. The odds were not that were not good. Things just happened, and there's just no explanation. So, and then there's people that were involved before and people that are involved now, that this is more for them to know that I did listen, and I took advice that was given, and I'm putting everything to use now, because this is the time that I need to get through this without too much. I hate doing videos. I'm sorry. Anyways, okay, so this is day 12 of a 6-week radical treatment that was given because my immune system not only is drained, it's practically non-existent. So my immune system needs to get to a level that is safe, and that any other medical conditions that I have can be able to be performed. Right now, I have a tumor in my hand that is paralyzing my hand, and of course that cannot just be opened up and removed if your immune system is practically at zero. So with this said, and same thing with getting sick. Now, I know what situations to avoid, and I know what types of individuals to avoid in order for me not to get sick from any types of germs. So, day 12. It was a really hard, rocky start. This particular medication is it's so different. The side effects are opposites of what you would believe that your body needs to recover from something, or to build up an immune system, because the number one most dramatic side effect is severe insomnia. Yeah, so wonderful. That means isn't your body supposed to need rest in order to recover or to heal? That's what I was basing my knowledge on. But I mean, this drug is for a certain reason. They probably figured this was worth the risk to do what it's supposed to do. In any case, I had to adjust to that, and it is severe. So you take the drug, like let's say at 8 in the morning, and you are basically wired all day, in a sense that you have a lot of energy, but over time, like now it's day 12, I do get sleep. I'm able to sleep at night, maybe not a long sleep or a deep sleep, but I do. But the accumulation of lack of sleep can play has other factors. However, that's one side effect, and then there's a whole other side effects. So, to be blunt, let's say somebody is not aware of, and I look like somebody that's on a radical drug treatment that is that extreme? No, trust me, I don't, because I get looks, I get judged. It is, on top of being in this situation, I still believe that I can go outside and take a walk. I have a dog. She needs a walk. I'm aware of the risks, and I don't go for a 2-hour walk like in the swamp, you know. So, but my body's not the same. I am fighting something. I'm extremely exhausted. It doesn't take much. I look pale. I look, whatever I look like. It does me. I don't have time to think about that. However, I can see that a lot of people, it doesn't matter, which is again, I never thought I'd be in the situation where I get looks or I get asked if you know, if I'm okay. I've been called like I look like I have autism, that I have Tourette syndrome, that hyperactive, or like tics or whatever. I think the most hurtful one was that I had autism, and that I was diuretic, or I mean, I can't remember the exact terms. Anyways, so, you know, I take that as, can you blame them? I don't know. Not can you blame them, but people cannot really understand, or cannot just see through, like, looking at you, what you're going through or what your real health is. And that was a learning curve, because let's say I'm walking and I have a bag. That's another thing I've noticed. I can't carry as much as I could, and now it's down to one bag with practically nothing in it because it's too heavy. Like a bag of milk, like the 4 liters of milk in four bags, I can't even lift that anymore. So one time, somebody close to me bought me it's a little trolley thing that old people use. I'm sorry to say. It's nice. It's modern. However, I said to myself, good God, I can't imagine seeing myself in public wheeling that around with bags in it. Well, you know what? Now I don't give a shit. I need my milk. I can't carry it. So I take that little trolley and I put the milk in it, and I'm like, whew, you know? And that was kind of a learning experience where I laughed, because I remember exactly what I said in my head when I received it. I wasn't going to be rude or even, I didn't get rid of it, of course, because it was a gift and the person had every right intention, and that's why I laughed when I actually did really use it, because it taught me a lesson. So although the situation is kind of up in the air and, you know, unsure, and also not just that, the treatment that I'm going through, it's not something that is done all the time. It's still in a kind of a testing phase, so anything can happen. It hasn't been used enough, or there's not enough data to specifically pinpoint this will happen or this. So again, it's up in the air, which, you know what, I think for me as a person and everybody that does know me, I think this is probably the best way to, like, whatever needs to be done, the type of treatment, because it is very suitable for me and my personality. So I pushed myself, not in a sense that I'm pushing myself into not doing the right thing, not being better at this, not like, everybody that knows me knows that I've always done it the way I wanted to, and I've been stubborn. Well, this time it's not about me. It's just about, this is what I need to do. I don't have any other choices. It's this or you give up, and you get sicker or you deteriorate. And I don't think I'm doing anybody any justice, and especially myself, in doing that. So whatever was presented to me, however risky it was, however radical it was, I accepted it. And I'm not going to do it halfway, or I'm not going to cheat and cut corners like I've done all my life. I'm doing exactly what I'm told. I'm pushing myself, and I'm learning a lot. I feel different. I feel proud that somebody that, like, I'm talking about just the personality and the attitude, somebody like me that, like, before that, let's say, wouldn't want that kind of help, or wouldn't even dare doing anything risky because I'm told, or I would not follow every step. I would, modify this for that. And again, there goes Dan with negotiating something. So this time, no. Look at the mess I'm in, and there is, I was going to say there's no time to blame it. It's not about no time, because I don't like that term. It feels like you're, I don't like saying that. It's not that there's no time, because although the treatment is for a certain period and it needs to work, or what, we don't know yet. Nothing is for sure. But I'm just saying, there's no place anymore in my life, in my mind, to blame people for this and for that, or blame myself for what, there is so much stuff that has happened, and I've done my share, and I just can't do that anymore. I'm not going to blame however I got into this situation. There is too many factors, and what is it going to serve in the end? Like, who is somebody going to get a medal? Somebody going to get a recognition for what? All I can say is that for me, myself, I'm not proud of whatever things I've done that were maybe not nice, or like decisions that I've made, and I haven't always been able to be honest and be forthcoming. In the end, I never had a malicious bone in my body when I do care about somebody or people or that I actually love, because I don't let pretty much anybody into my life, my space, and especially my head. So if I do, then I would never do anything to harm the person or the people that I would let in. So if I hurt anyone that is in that were in my space, that were in my life, it was really not any malicious or bad intentions. It was circumstances, and sometimes when you're trying to be too good and trying to fix everything and make sure everything is good, it spirals out of control, and you just can't make it stop. Anyways, that said, I'm getting a little tired. I had to go to the eye doctor this morning, so my friend that gives me a ride was not able to today, so I had to take 3 buses from where I live all the way to the other end of the city. So it took an hour and 15 minutes by bus, and there was 3 buses to take. But I'll tell you this, as exhausted as I was actually happy and proud that I didn't let anything, like influence me in not going or finding an excuse. It was a little crappy that it was disappointment that I couldn't get a ride. Not the end of the world, but it is one of the only specials that I have at opposite side of the city. So now coming back, I totally knocked out in the bus. Now, obviously I'm exhausted, from everything, and I'm trying to keep it together. And thank goodness, luck of the whatever. I woke up and it was my stop, one of the 3 stops anyways. So I'm like, oh my goodness, thank goodness I woke up. But I woke up really in shock. So when I got out of the bus, I had to walk out so that people wouldn't walk over me, because everybody's in a rush. Everybody knows what they're doing. Me, it's just I needed to okay, I'm at this stop, regroup, take your breath, relax. So that's the difference now. And plus I don't take the bus very often, and I went into stations or whatever areas of the city that I have never been before. So I have to pay attention. I'm not feeling well, and I'm also stressed about being alone in a strange area. So that's when I'm like, I take whatever I have inside, and I'm like, I can do this. It's not, some people are in worse situations. So I did it. Then I got home. I had a little bit of something to eat. I don't have much appetite, but I had something that my favorites. I had a little bit of yogurt and some cheese, and that was fine. And then I took a warm shower, and then just went on the couch. And I had taken the day off work today just because I knew that appointment would drain me out by the distance. And in total, I left here at 6:40 in the morning, and I got home at 10:15 or something. So yes, at least I got home early, which 10:15 a.m. is, you have the whole day for you. However, for me, it's 1:30 right now, and I feel like I could take a nap again, which actually is good, because the insomnia part, is getting under control, hopefully. And I do feel a little bit better. The tumor in my hand is now a little less big than it was last week. I really got I'm not paranoid, but really scared, because it was so big. It had grew to 7 centimeters because I was asked to measure it, and it's going into my knuckles, into my tendons, and it's my right hand. I need that hand to work, to text, to do everything, because my left hand, I've never used. I'm not ambidex. So anyways, that's a whole other issue. So today it's actually much better than it's ever been. So that's one sign that either the treatment is really working good, even if I don't feel, I feel sick inside, but because my mind feels good, it's confusing, but I can tell from my body, so something's going on inside. But I was, with talking with the doctor and stuff, if the tumor is I wouldn't say shrinking, but is less big than it was, I'm like, oh God, I'm losing my words. Anyways, it's a good sign that my immune system must be better today, because the tumor is less. Now, I know this is hard to understand, because how can a tumor be big and small one day? I don't know myself. I just know that one day I woke up, and the tumor that I had in my hand, which was so small, it wasn't really to be mentioned, kept growing and growing, on a daily basis, where it was freaking me out, and that's when I was told it's because if your immune system is shot, a tumor will grow like that overnight. I have like molds just popping out of the blue that were not there the day before. So that is, when you don't know and you don't understand, it's pretty shocking. And you damn well know that you didn't have a mole on the side of your head, or you didn't have a mole on the tip of your nose, and then the next day you're brushing your teeth and you see that and you're like, how can it grow overnight? Like, so, it's, again, hey, you just take note of it, and and I use that as, if they disappear, because they do sometimes, but now if it goes away, it's because my immune system is getting better. So I use that as, instead of freaking out because I have a new mole, or the tumor in my hand is about to paralyze my hand, and how am I supposed to work, I just use that as, wow, today I woke up, I don't feel like I'm going to vomit, I don't feel dizzy, and the tumors that are visible have shrunken. I call this a very good day, and positive. So, I mean, yeah, I have my tricks, I have my ways of getting through the day, or getting through things. And for people who know me, I can tell you this: I am not sad, I am not upset, I'm not mad, I'm not depressed, I will not quit. I'm not the same exact person, because how can you be? There is no way I could be the way I was before and go through this with a smile and try to educate myself, help others the best way I can. You should see sometimes the responses, or the looks I get when I try to teach or educate somebody about anything. They think, one, either I'm pretentious, I'm a prick, or I should mind my own business. Hey, for the times that somebody will say, thank you, I appreciate you taking the time to give me XYZ advice, it shows that it's with good intentions, and I speak from experience. I'm not speaking necessarily because I'm intelligent or highly educated with diploma. I speak my knowledge, my knowledge, and the way I speak and I try to give advice or teach is from experience and from asking questions to other people that are in similar situations or in worse situations. I ask questions. I ask the most weirdest questions, or sometimes the most inappropriate questions. Hey, when I'm asking them, you can tell there is no agenda. So I get a lot of times somebody will laugh at the question I ask, and I'm like, I'm sorry, was that inappropriate, or shouldn't have asked? And I think I have this innocent way of things. I can't tell you, because I'm not the one who's looking at me or listening to me when I'm asking these questions, but every single time the person will smile and like just say, how can I not answer you, or how can I not smile? I think it's the little kid in me. I don't know. It's not important, as long as they know that I'm not asking an inappropriate question because I'm doing it on purpose, or I'm trying to get something out of this. I'm really just asking because I would like to know for a good purpose, or for positivity, or it's not malicious. So, and I think if somebody clues in enough and gives it enough thought, they can tell I'm not here to do anything wrong, And like I said, I'm gonna try to post these videos on I can't say daily basis. This is my first one. It made me very uncomfortable. I'm very hot. I feel like warm, and I so need to drink water, that is. But hey, I'm doing something out of my comfort zone. I don't like watching a video of myself, listening to myself. I don't like selfies. All my entire life, I've hated these types of media things. But because of the situation currently, and I haven't been able to talk to a lot of people, or send certain people updates on what's going on. You know, like mostly it's because it's hard for me to like just have a regular conversation with somebody when I'm going through a certain radical off the chart treatment to save my immune system. You're not in that mind frame, but yet you have to also remember that when you do get a text from somebody, you know, you haven't texted in a couple of months or whatever, I don't know how to just like, hey, yeah, everything's good, work is good, yeah, that's it. There's nothing else. Like, I'm not able to do much aside work, and that's cutting it close. And trying to be healthy and do what I'm supposed to with you know, my specialist and all that. So I feel that this is more towards as I'll do more videos, I'll have little stories to put in, like I did about that little trolley thing. I swear, I'm saying, I know I'm repeating myself, but if you only knew how funny it was for me the day that I took it out of my closet. I mean, it's brand new. Thank goodness it's gray. It looks modern. What can I tell you? I mean, it's not that I wouldn't have taken it if it was like a little metal basket thing, but thank goodness the person who gave it to me knew me enough to get this type of little, I don't even know how you call it. I call it a trolley, but I don't know how you call it. It doesn't matter. And I wheeled that to the store. I didn't really care. You think people were not looking like, what is he? What is he wheeling there? A cat or a dog in the little trolley? And I swear I stopped. I looked up and I just smiled, and I'm like, well, I guess this gift was probably the best gift in a sense where did I ever needed it, because I wanted my milk and I needed milk and there was just no other way to carry the milk home. So I put it in there, and I'm like, to the person who got me that when I did get it, in my head I made fun that I will never need it, because I don't want anybody to stare at me or question me, or I don't want to be in a position where I need it. Well, the day has come, and that's a lesson to me, and that's why I just laughed and I smiled, because that's a little lesson to me as a person and in my personality. And you know what? I'm okay with it. It doesn't matter in the end if I'm trolling with a trolley or if I'm in a wheelchair to get to the store. If that's what it takes for me to get my milk, then that's what it takes. I don't care anymore. So, in the end, it's a nice lesson. So, I'm going to cut it for today, or for this first video. Again, take it for what it is. I'm not, this is the first time I ever do this. It has no order. Like, I mean, it has no, you know, like, I don't even know how I'm going to continue this, or how I'm going to do this, or if there's going to be an actual, order. I'm just going to talk about anything when I do that, when I do the video, so that I can tell certain stories and I can thank certain people without naming names. I'm not here to put anybody uncomfortable or to make anybody feel weird. So I'm never going to mention a name. I'm never going to mention anything. That the purpose is not for that. The purpose is people are, the people that should be aware are aware, and they'll watch the video and they'll recognize what themselves, or they'll take it for what it is. I can't stress about trying to to make amends or to say sorry or to prove to everybody I'm this and enough. I can't, like, this is me now. I'm doing the best I can with everything that was thrown at me, and the skills that I didn't have before. I was luckily trained by somebody that took the time and the patience and basically had no ulterior motives whatsoever. He was just trying to show me how to be more strong and how to go through certain situations that I now can apply. It might be, it's in time words, I was shown this, like, in the past, and now I'm using it now. But wow, if I had never had somebody that took the time and the patience and basically cared enough for me to show me some skills and some ways to go through things, I would not be able to be where I am now, or to even smile and talk like this, going through what I'm going. So it goes to show you, I am extremely strong. I'm an extreme person. What do you want to say? So I'm going to use that to my advantage and try to get out of this mess that I am now, and not only survive, because everybody knows I survive everything and I bounce back and I'm Mr. Steel. Well, somebody told me once, there is going to be one day that you're not going to bounce back and you're not going to necessarily survive the way you did. So I stopped saying that because it's cocky, it's overly confident for no reason, and it's unnecessary. So yeah, I just want to, for this period of time, at least give it my ultimate, not give it my 100%, just give it all I have in me, and we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know the outcome. I don't care. I can't focus on that. I am focusing on one day at a time, one fucking hour at a time, and that's it.